name is Hansson. I live and train here in Copenhagen. I've been here for 7 years and now I'm just returning from an injury, so it's nice to be back on the mat again. And currently I'm working as a doctor. I started training sport jiu-jitsu I think it's almost 15 years ago now, and then I changed over to BJJ 7 years ago. It was when I moved to Copenhagen, because then I had the opportunity to continue with sport jiu-jitsu, then I changed to BJJ, since the favorite part of the fighting has always been the ground fight for me, so it was a natural choice to move on. I think from the beginning I wanted to learn some self-defense, and then the competition started in the academy with the sparring, and then I really enjoyed it. I liked the sport part about the game, so it came natural, and as my friends started competing I started it as well, and it went quite good, and when you succeed with competition then it's actually quite fun to compete. So that's how it started, and then it just kind of escalated. It started as a nice little hobby, and then I wanted to train more to succeed better in the competitions, and then I did better, and then I found that this was the concept that worked. So I just continued training more and more, and continued fighting more as well. I think I have almost all of my success I owe it to my academy and my teacher here. Before I was doing good before I changed here as well, but here I got a different kind of structure in my game and in my training. Not only did I do my favorite positions, but I also started doing everything. Before I used to do a lot of top game, but now it's changed. So now I'm doing as much guard as I do top, so I think my game is more complete now. And during my trips to Brazil I've had a lot of amazing sparring, and I think that's what's really good about going to Brazil. You get a lot of good sparring and you can focus on only doing BJJ, because here I have a full-time job or full-time studies, but when I'm there I can focus just on getting better at BJJ, so it's made a huge difference. And yeah, the sparring partner here is good, but in Brazil you have so many more, so it's not just one or two good guys, it's all of them, and you actually get to train with people your own size. I think I have to go with my ADCC bronze medal from last year. It was a huge achievement for me. I'm 67 kilos and I fought in the over 60 kilos division, so some of the girls were almost twice my size, so I'm really happy with the bronze medal. It was amazing, and I have to say my silver at Mundials last year, it was amazing being in the finals in the black belts. It was a really big experience. And I think I'll have to go with the Rio Open gold in brown and black from 2010, I think, because that was my first gold medal fighting with the black belts. I think that's the 3 biggest ones that I have. I think it's hard to compare them. Being the first black belt is amazing, and it's really big for me. I'm really happy for it, but I think it's hard to compare, because my achievements at the competitions, they mean a lot too, but it's hard to say. It's hard to choose. I think if I have to choose 2, I would go with my ADCC medal and the black belt. That's 2 milestones for me. I think that is to never be satisfied. You should be happy with your achievement and acknowledge your success, but the moment you get satisfied, you stop developing. So you need to always be hungry and learn more and more and more, and never stop learning. I've always been a strong top fighter. I have a solid top game, which I know that I can always rely on, but I think I need to work on to get the courage to go for a guard in a fight. That's one of my weaknesses. It's not because I don't have a good guard, but I need to learn to trust it. I think that's one thing I need to work on. I think that has to be my passing from the distance, when I get to control the legs and start passing from there. I know if I can detach myself from the other person's guard and control the legs, that I know I'm going to pass. If I am there, it's going to be good. It's getting huge. I mean, when I started, there was almost no girls at the competition. If you saw a blue belt girl, it was amazing. She was good. So it's growing, and it's growing more mainstream as well. I mean, you can actually talk with people, and some of them have heard about jiu-jitsu. So I think the sport is gonna grow. But I don't. For me, I think it's a long distance to the Olympic Games. But maybe someday it's going there. But I think it's gonna take time. I don't really know. I've started training again after my injury, and I'm training just as much as I did before, and I'm enjoying it just as much as I did before as well. So I might compete again, but I'm not going to make the same sacrifices as I did before. Sacrifice friends, family, education, work, everything. I'm not going to do that again, but I might continue competing, but it's going to be in a different level, and I'm going to help my students as well. We have some really good girls coming up, so I want to be there for them. So maybe I'll be back on the mats.